All right, all right, all right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season. We've already seen flashes of what they can do for us, but I expect all of you to go out there and execute just like we did in camp. Ain't no more excuses. It's time to get serious. If we play our brand of basketball, there's no telling where this team can go. So get out there, get warm, and let's go win this game.
My first NBA game. Can't believe it's finally here. You work your entire life for something, and then when it's right in front of you, it's almost hard to believe. But I'm ready. And now it's time for me to show everybody I belong. And do my best to represent Harlem.
City Place, a gigantic new residential development here in Toronto, walking distance from both the sporting arenas. This is it, opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. You can feel the energy here in Air Canada Centre. The Raptors looking to please their fans in this Eastern Conference matchup. This game again. And James Johnson is subbed in for Luis Scola. And what a big moment here. We get a glimpse coming off the bench of the first official NBA appearance from Dave.
You know, he's a great young player and even a better young man. So personally, I couldn't be happier for him. I know he's thinking about the game, but I hope he's able to take a moment to just enjoy this accomplishment.
Well said, and I hope so too. I mean, as a player, you want to stay even-keeled, but it's almost impossible. I mean, there's just so much that you've gone through to reach this point. It has to be emotional.
Well, with Freak Clark, there was a question whether he would stay another year in college. Really was a tough decision for him, but he ended up coming out after his freshman year.
And, Kevin, it's really hard to blame a guy like Freak for doing that. I mean, he's clearly NBA ready, and he's putting a lot at risk for every year he stays in school when he could be on the NBA clock.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor, and Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him, but every level along the way, he's found success. High school phenom, playing for a college championship. I wouldn't bet against this kid on anything when it comes to basketball.
On the court right now for the Pacers. Stuckey and George make up the perimeter. Turner is out there with Mahinmi. And it's Day in at the point guard position.
And for a long time now, Indiana has protected the rim. It's one of the core elements of their defense and why they are so strong on D every year.
Kicks to Mahinmi, pass to George, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Lowry. A very nice season for him last year. 10th in assists, and he was also among the top 20 in steals. That ability is more unique than folks realize. Very valuable defensively.
And last season, his floor awareness was impeccable. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everybody involved.
Patterson passes to Lowry. The dish now to DeRozan. Shot clock at 5. Patterson, the screen, and DeRozan. Here we go. High shot from 10 feet out. DeRozan's got his third basket of the night right there.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Count that one. And what a feeling it's got to be for this young player is that last bucket represents the first official score in the NBA from Dave.
You know, there should be a lot more of those ahead. I mean, he's no flash in the pan, guys. I mean, he's going to be around this league a long time.
Certainly appears that way to me, too. I mean, he's got the confidence and ability of a player who's capable of being a fixture in this league for years.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Johnson can't hit. Good if it goes. Can't get it to go. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Pacers lead by 7. Well, earlier we sat down with Freak and asked him about playing in his first NBA.
You know, I've thought about this moment my entire life. Now that it's finally here, the feeling's pretty crazy. But I know it's just the beginning. I got a lot of hard work ahead of me to get to where I want to go, to be the best player and the best teammate I could be. But this is an exciting first step, no doubt.
You know, Clark, you don't see that kind of perspective for most rookies, do you?
You really don't, Kevin. I mean, I really like his approach to the game. What remains to be seen, though, is...
A new group in now for the Raptors. Patterson, he's checked in for Scola. Damari Carroll comes in for Johnson. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Ross. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Joseph. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Carroll in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Thing about DeMar DeRozan, he came into the league fairly unpolished, struggled to handle the ball, created then his own shot, and but sometimes he would create for others too. But he's settled down. You can see the growth.
Yeah, and that's the one thing. You could see the physical talent was there in terms of him playing the 2. The question was, could he make the commitment mentally to become a great player? Well, from what he's done the last few years, I would have to say he's definitely been able to do that.
Here's George. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And Valanciunas penetrating. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And, you know, getting back to DeRozan, he's put a spit shine on his offense. Over the past 2 seasons, averaged over 20 points a game, was also good for 3 or 4 assists, showing everybody how work ethic can overcome unrefined skills. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Outside Lowry. Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. There's the triple, and he gets it to go. Lowry's got his first 3 points of the game.
You know, for DeMar DeRozan, scary to think that he's still scratching the surface of his potential. Made his first All-Star appearance in 2014, was a little dinged up last year, but still very effective. No doubt he's the real deal.
Right now, they've got that field goal percentage up in the low 50s.
Putting it together offensively, looking to build some more momentum.
And it's Lowry penetrating, and that one's good. Lowry's got 5 now.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
It's George on the wing. Here's Day. And it's Lowry with the rebound.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough. Then a very solid outing for George. He has 9 points, and he's able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of it.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. These are the types of halves where we are helping ourselves out by making clean passes. They haven't caused us too many problems in the passing lanes to this point, but we still have a half of basketball to play. One thing I liked, our passing, getting a lot of assists. Unselfish passing can get us into a nice rhythm, and that's how we get ourselves on a run. The pace of the game, just to bring that up real quick, isn't a huge concern.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Some changes for Toronto. Johnson, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Terrence Ross comes in for Luis Scola. And it's Joseph in for DeMar DeRozan. And so in the game for the Pacers, Gay in at point guard. Mahinmi is out there with Turner. Then there's Solomon Hill, and it's Miles in at the shooting guard position. Carroll kicks to Lowry. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Many thanks, Kevin. So now we move on to our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyle Lowry. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
It seems like Kyle Lowry just gets better with age, and his performance tonight to show you how far he's come as a basketball player. We know he's a great perimeter scorer, but now he can slice defenses up and get to the rim. It all mixes together and makes one dynamite player.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.